Yeah, so the next question is um, from Irma. So she was saying, it was mentioned that the calling Bayt al-Maqdis is an act of the following of the Sunnah. But while you were talking, you mentioned it was Palestine. Is there any particular reason for calling it Palestine?
Okay, the name Palestine was first used uh, in relation to a tribe that moved from Crete in the Mediterranean to the coast of Beit al-Maqdis, the coastal area, and they were the Philistines. And then in the Roman period, there was three Palestines: Palestine the first, Prima, Secunda, and Treta. There was three Palestines divided in that area, and also the region of Elia. However, during the tradition of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he never used the term Palestine or Al-Quds. The Prophet always used the name Bayt al-Maqdis. So part of what the sister is asking, part of it is for us to return back to the Islamic framework. Using the name Bayt al-Maqdis is very important. So Bayt al-Maqdis here is in reference to Al-Aqsa, the holy city, and the Holy Land. So we have part of the intellectual Nakba is that we are not using our own terminologies. We are using Palestine as it was set by the British in the early 1900s. This is an important point. Part of reviving the Sunnah, the tradition of the Prophet, and part of reviving the link between Muslims and this land, using the name Bayt al-Maqdis to refer to Palestine would be a very good point. Thank you.
Thank you. There is one last question. Thinking about the liberation of the land for all Palestinians, including Palestinian Christians under Zionist occupation, wouldn't it be problematic to move away from the term Palestine towards Beit al-Maqdis?
I don't think it is problematic. Actually, if we look at it, it would revive the connection with this land in terms of for Muslims, Christians, even before Islam, and even Arabs before Islam have used the term Maqdisi and Bayt al-Maqdis, and the Christians in under Muslim rule have used the terminology. Today we are stuck within the British Palestine, and this is a problem. But the idea of reviving it, we are asking. The idea is to revive it amongst Muslims. The idea of Bayt al-Maqdis, because it gives the Islamic dimension to them. And actually, the Islamic dimension for Bayt al-Maqdis is also a very important part of it is the Christian. And what we saw Umar ibn Khattab did in Bayt al-Maqdis by allowing the Christians to keep their churches and to keep their houses and to keep everything as it was, something that was not accepted at within 7th century politics. Whenever anyone would come, he would destroy everything that was there in front of him. But Islam or Islamic Jerusalem or Bayt al-Maqdis, it creates this idea of a multicultural society. And the idea of reviving this terminology amongst the Muslims is an important part of keeping that connection, inshallah.